I'm going to be showing you 4 DIYs that we did for our Harry Potter Halloween theme this year. So these I picked up from the Dollar Tree, these arrows. I do remove the rope on the back. I have 4 of them that I'm going to be painting, and then I also use my Cricut machine to do a decal and put the local stores on them. And then I'm actually going to be turning this into a street sign. I will be posting a video shortly of me using these decorations along with some other decorations I have to be decorating for our Harry Potter theme Halloween. I posted a video last year, but it was my first time decorating for it, so I only had some decorations. I purchased some more decorations, plus I have these ones that I've made, so I really like the way it turned out, and I will be posting that video. So if you are interested, please subscribe so you can watch that next video. Okay, now that I have all 4 of my arrows done and sealed, I picked up this pole at the local hardware store. I was just going to be using probably like a 1x2, but I found this and I wanted to go with this instead. This is a stain I first started with, and after I finished it, I felt like it needed to be darker for the theme that I was going with. So I do end up using a darker stain. I do not show myself doing that, but you will notice that the end result is darker than this. Okay, and this is actually going to go on top of my pole, and I'm going to be using this for the light for the street sign. I picked this up at Dollar Tree last year. I'm removing all the Christmas trees from it, so it's not Christmas themed. And then I have some spray paint that I'm just going to be painting it. All right, as you can see, the pole is darker. So I'm going to be actually using this wood glue to glue on all 4 of these arrows. Now that I have the 4 arrows glued onto the pole, I'm going to be putting the light on top. I noticed that I did not film how I got it to stand, so I just had a piece of wood cut. I think it was a 7x7 piece of wood. I stained it the same color, and we drilled a hole in the middle of it. Since this pole is actually a railing, it had a different size on the bottom, so I was able to insert that through the hole that I drilled, but you will see the final product once I'm all done. And here it is. So I put the light back on, and then I also added some cobwebs to it. You may notice that the signs are on a different order, and that's because after I had all my decorations up, I had something fall on top of it and everything fell apart. So I had to re-glue them all. This next project is really easy. So I found a pack at Hobby Lobby of the circle wood. It came in a pack of 3. So I used the chalk paint that I showed, the black and the red, to make this color. Then I used my Cricut machine to make this decal. So as I started this project, I realized I didn't have any black vinyl paper left for my machine, so I just picked any color out and I used it as a stencil. So instead of having the 9 3/4 be the vinyl, I just painted on. And this is how it turned out. Like I said, it was really easy. Now this next one, I didn't get much recording on because my husband was actually the one working on this. So we had some leftover chicken wire from another project, and he shaped it into a mandrake from Harry Potter. And then he just uses paper mache to make the outside of it. So we mixed together flour, water, and then some glue, and then just shredded up some newspaper. And now you can see that after he did one coat of it, he went back through and started giving it more details. So right now he is working on the face of it. Doing all the different textures to it was a little bit time consuming because you want to make sure it dries really good in between before you do a next layer. But after it is completely dry, then you can paint it any color you want. To save time, we just bought some spray paint and we spray painted it. Now we're just going to be painting, I guess it would be considered the stems of his head. So we're going to be painting that part because he is going to be having leaves and stuff come out of his head. So right now we're adding on the roots to him. So we're going to add the roots onto like his feet and his hands to make it look like it was really pulled out of the ground. These roots we actually did get from our ground. My husband just went in the backyard and was kind of pulling up some dead weeds. And we found these and thought they worked perfect. So we just rolled the bottoms in glue and then we just put it into the spots that we wanted. And now he is adding the leaves on to the head. He noticed that he has green like on his face and throughout his body. After we did it and put it all together, we realized we didn't like all that green on there. So we kept the green just on top of the head where the roots are. And we end up touching up the spray paint and making the rest of him brown. So I got this flower pot from Hobby Lobby. They have them half off quite a bit. And then my husband's just putting some of that foam and fill in there to rise it up a little bit. You could have probably easily put like tissue papers or garbage bags or something to kind of fill it up, but we had this, so he just decided to put that in there. And then after he was done with that, he actually put some mulch from our backyard on top of it to make it look like it actually was dirt. And this is how the little guy turned out. It was a fun project. It was just time consuming with making sure everything was dry. So same thing for this one. If you can't tell, it is the sorting hat. It was chicken wire. So my husband did 2 pieces to this. The bottom piece, he just took chicken wire and just flattened it out. The second one he made into a cone shape, and then he went in there and indented the eyes and the mouth. And then after the 2 pieces were the way he wanted them, he did zip tie them together. Doing the same thing, get the paper mache, and he spray painted it just like he did the mandrake. I unfortunately did not catch him on camera spray painting because it was dark when he was doing that. But I think it turned out pretty good, and it was a pretty quick project. Thank you for watching. I hope it gave you guys some great ideas. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks.